Hi, everybody. I won't take up much of your time. Just asking if you do like the videos and you've been watching for a while, please consider subscribing and maybe leaving a like or a comment. I do respond to pretty much every comment for the most part. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video. All right, everybody. Welcome to our next game. A card, my kingdom for a card. So this is the direct sequel to Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. This was for the PlayStation 2. And it's really cool. Duelist of Roses. Duelist of the Roses. So it plays a lot of the same way as Forbidden Memories. You can still fuse cards and things like that in the same way, but instead of just having a regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Like play mat, you have a deck board like this, where you send cards out almost like chess pieces to try to like take over each other's spots and stuff. So monster animations. That's one thing we didn't really get into in Forbidden Memories, was watching monster animations. They just take a long time. I might do a couple of them if I think there's one that's going to be cool during the gameplay. But let's get right into the game. Maybe. Yeah. Start button. New game. Now loading. The British Empire in the 1480s. The Wars of the Roses, a power struggle between the House of Lancaster, Red Rose, and York, White Rose, to decide a royal successor, was nearing an end. With the Yorkists well in the lead, the reign of Richard III was but a step away. Richard III. And in France, Yugi, Henry Tudor, the last Lancastrian heir, was being forced to live a life of exile. The Lancastrian forces were rendered powerless by ancient cards of sorcery wielded by Seta. His seven followers who, known as the Red Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkist nobleman. Lacking a duelist to champion their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancastrians. In England, duel card games were still at the fledgling state. Thus, the Lancastrians had to look elsewhere for a duel master capable of facing the Rosencrews in battle. With this in mind, Margaret Mai Beaufort of Lancaster secretly requested a high druid to summon a duelist from another age. Okay. Ooh. Summoned from the mystic circle of red and white roses, the one capable of harnessing pure power. There was truth to the legend of the Rose Duelist. Lady Margaret, I did it. Now we have the means for defeating the evil forces of Rosencrews. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I'd forgotten I was in the presence of the Rose Duelist. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMurray, High Druid and servant of Lancaster. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the Rose Duelist would like to be known? Okay. The name is actually really important in this, because it does like an algorithm to figure out which starting decks you get, but I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, a fine name indeed. Now here's the situation. The year is 1485, where currently in Stonehenge, near Salisbury, England. The British Empire is in turmoil, with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by Yorkist usurpers. The power struggle is referred to as the Wars of the Roses, and then based on the badges used by both sides, a red rose for the Lancastrians and the white rose for the Yorkists. Right now our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists and their wrongful claim to the throne. All because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusaders and their sorcerous white rose cards. Using our red rose cards, we summon Duel, Lander, to this day and age. We hoped that your dueling experience would defeat the Rose Crusaders and lead us to victory. You will help us? Of course you will. Foolish if you even doubt where your loyalties lie. Rumor has it that only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the power of Rosencrantz. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you that the rules to dueling differ here from those of your age. Here in England, dueling is governed by what is known as the perfect rule. In addition to several minor distinctions, there are two major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning, the other is the deck leader concept. These are two aspects of dueling that were lost in the process when the ancient sport of duel monsters was adapted to card form. The perfect rule represents these lost rules that were miraculously revived here in England. Perhaps a practice duel will serve better than an explanation, shall we? I don't really need to play a practice duel. First, you must select a deck to duel with. It is important that you feel the vibrations of a deck leader. Minute resonations that ring true to your soul. The cards themselves draw their power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. It is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. There are several decks from which to choose. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. Choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your duels. These all kind of... I could do this. Yeah. I'm gonna do the Thunder one. I see you've selected your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. Looks like there's some truth to the rumor that Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? It's been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Rosencrantz, what brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Seto. Does memory fail you, old man? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I must admit there is a certain aura of power emanating from you. His voice isn't really important. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Seto, leader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of Sea Rosencrantz. I ask you again, what brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I've come for the Red Rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the White Rose cards. You weren't thinking of attempting the Forbidden Rose summoning. If so, then the Red Rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Card sorcery taps into the powers of the Ancient Ones. By their very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. The Rose cards alone harness tremendous power. There's no telling what horrors one might unleash to the world by combining both red and white. I will sacrifice my own life if need be to prevent anyone from uttering the spell of doom. Spell of doom, fool! 16 red and white Rose cards grant power over all. Druid legend has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We Crusaders have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards. And we shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red roses within the white rose barrier to summon the rose duelist. But you were foolish enough to come alone. This area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave with your life, you will only do so by handing over the red rose cards. Me, a fool? Then what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe the red rose cards would remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among our best duelists to keep them from your train of tainted hands. You leave me with but one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious rose duelist. You take leave of your senses, and you speak too soon, old man. Heed my words, duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of the red and white roses. The red and white positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee your return after we've achieved our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal. Do you think that the Honorable Lando would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 of the red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, has possession of the 8 white rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you could side with either of us. I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war. After all, who was desperate enough to summon you in the first place? I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. Lando, heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic. Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what, why don't we leave the decision to our dear duelist? After all, Simon, the duelist's future is not for us to decide, now is it? Oh yes, but... Splendid. In keeping with the tradition of the old Temple Gardens, I offer you a choice, duelist. Here are 2 roses. The white represents me and the red for the old Simon here. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose. Stand by my side, duelist. Choose the white rose. I'm gonna do the red rose first. How disappointing. We'll do both. Because they're different. Oh well, you made your choice, and I respect that. For now, I will guarantee your safe passage until you've met with Yugi. After all, I don't want our little game to end too quickly. That wouldn't be sporting. I look forward to the day when we meet again, duelist. Until then. And it's got like a world map and stuff. The French Empire. Brest Isle of Bretagne. Lando, I present Prince Yugi, last Prince of Lancaster, a true Welshman in the hope of who we call ourselves Celts. My lord, may I present Lando, the Rose Duelist. You serve us well, Simon. My mother was wise in summoning you from Scotland. You honor me, sire. Duelist, I am Yugi. Actually, Henry Tudor is my name, but I find it tiresome. You may call me Yugi. I'm sure Simon explained our situation. But it's only right that I request your services myself. I need you to return to England and put an end to the threat of the Rose Crusaders. Their white rose cards form a barrier that prevent my armies from setting foot on British soil. Although we Celts have the red rose cards, we are but inheritors who are unable to wield their full power. In the hopes of reversing our fortunes, we gambled on a druid legend that spoke of a rose duelist. According to the same legend, one must use a deck whose cost is lower than an opponent's to capture a rose card of another color. I believe that is important that you keep this in mind. The cost of your deck should not exceed the cost of your opponent's deck. I would like you to note that our resources have been pressed to the limit, requiring us to invade England by August. My troops will land in Milford Haven, Wales, and march on to face the enemy at Bosworth Field. Having all of the Rose Crusaders out of commission by this time would be ideal, but as that might prove difficult, any reduction to their force would be appreciated. Right then, let us part company and reunite in Bosworth. Simon will provide you with the details as to where and when we'll meet once more. Do we actually get to... Okay, yeah. So I'm going to do one duel. Because... Rex or... let's fight Weevil. Because we can't really... Maybe let's look at our deck real quick. Oh, I do have Baby Dragon. Cool, so I do have a dragon. Yeah, we have lots of Thunder cards. Because, I mean, Twin Head. We actually have ways to summon Twin Head. But we have ways to summon a lot of stuff here, actually. So I think we're gonna be fine. So let's go fight Weevil. So you're the legendary Rose Duelist. Prepare to face the sting of my insect deck. Okay. I'll show you how the mechanics work. So yeah, you're on a board. You summon monsters like around your leader, and then every tile has like a land on it. There are no land cards. So like wasteland, forest, and depending on the type of monster that you summon, we're gonna summon it here. We have fairy. Oh, you can do cards. Transform surrounding 2-space area into mountain terrain. Yeah, fiends get lowered by attack defense either increased or decreased up to 15 points, 1,500 points when entering battle. Okay. When this card is flipped face up and you're spellbound for 1 turn. Ooh, okay, that's a good, like, kind of like trap. Haha, spellbound. Let's see what it is. 1,200, 1,900. Zombie. Oh, I can summon a crow goblin. I think I had to do it before I moved it. Okay, yeah. Attack. Oh. Does it just automatically do that? I hit X to... I didn't hit square. Nice. Defeated. Sweet. Spellbound? What the hell? Monster battle abbreviate. Okay. Why is it spellbound? Is that part of the card that I killed? Who knows? Oh, guess I can skip it? 2100. That's a lot of attack. Man, I really just don't have anything. Spellbound for one turn. Okay. No, don't play the... Another hunter spider? Why is it still playing the thing? Didn't I change that? Okay. No, I didn't change it. I need to retreat here. Alright, no, well now we have thunder monsters, but... If we lose the first one, I'm gonna be mad. But we'll continue this in the next one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.